Hey, it's your boy BT, Brendan Taylor. You're watching 5th Street Gym on South Beach. You're watching True School Sports.
All right, Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with the man himself, Henry Rivalta. What's up, champ? How you doing?
How you doing, Brendan? Thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for bringing back boxing back to the South Florida area. It's been some time.
Thank you. You know, I've seen your work a couple years back when you were a little younger, coming into the gym, starting from scratch. So I want to congratulate you too, because I looked on your page. They told me, my daughter told me, I didn't really look, but because I'm not the biggest social media guy. She told me you had 32,000 followers, which is really good. So I take my hat off to you. You've worked really, really hard, and I'm proud of you for what you've done, young man.
I appreciate you, Henry. Yeah, man. You and I both know how much I love boxing. I love the sport, so it's good.
I see that in you.
Yeah, absolutely. But just talk for the people that can't make it to the card or aren't as familiar with the fighters on this card, because give them a good overall rundown of the card.
Well, first and foremost, you know, I'm praying in God's hands that this COVID passes and keeps us all safe. It's been a really, really hard time for many people. Many people lost their jobs. Many people lost their homes. So for those who didn't, we're very fortunate. So we have to give thanks to God every single day 100%. For the things that we do have. This show, I mean, listen, I couldn't open the doors up. It's a private VIP event, 250 people, all VIP tables. But I'm praying that I'm able to open the doors and really be able to do something on a bigger level next year, where we have 6 fights. This fight's going to be on beIN Sports, which is a great network. I want to thank Bill. I want to thank Rafael and all my people, all my team. Artie Izquierdo, Ricky Sada, Claudia Trejos, George Ebro, Ricardo Salas. Everybody who's going to be working our broadcast in English and in Spanish. Barry Tompkins, Barry Hunter, Raul Diamante Marquez. I mean, these people are spectacular.
Big time stuff. Yeah.
Big time stuff. And I hope that Miami embraces the hard work and the efforts that we've put in to make this kind of a caliber event. Because it does take a pretty penny to put all these kind of people together. When you say the names like the ones I mentioned, just that alone. Even Artie Izquierdo, who's the best producer, the best production guy you could ever have, knows the in and outs. And my dear friend, I just thank him.
Okay. Who are some of the fighters that people should look forward to seeing tomorrow?
Some of the fighters that people should look forward to seeing tomorrow, number one is the return of Yunieski Gonzalez, who's fighting in the main event against Alex Turan for the WBA Fed Latin title. At this point, Alex Turan will not be fighting for the Fed Latin title. It was very indisciplined, I guess, and weighed in on the scales at 187 pounds. Really embarrassing for himself, really embarrassing for the people who put the event together. We will never use him again on any card, because professionalism is key. And you have to respect boxing, the boxers have to respect the weight class that they fight in. And if you knew you couldn't make light heavyweight, you should have came in at cruiserweight and fought somebody else.
Absolutely. You got him. I mean, you got the one kid, Marcel Barletier, who you're very high on, I know.
It's Barletier.
Is it Barletier?
I heard that you were saying Barletier, but...
Well, he told me Barletier.
Yeah, they say it Barletier. You're right. It could be Barletier.
I asked him, and he said that's how he likes it pronounced.
It's just Man.
Okay.
And that'd be the best way to remember him. That's what they've known him as since he was a baby. Ian Ford named him that. Also in the gym, the name carried through, because he's very... If you had a chance to interview him, he's very respectful. He's very mature. He's very soft and well-spoken. So, I mean, sky's the limit for the kid. He's almost 6'1" at 122 pounds. He weighed in at 124 today. I'm not making him try to make 122 because it's not for a belt. But when the time comes and I feel that he has the ample experience to really step him up for a 10-round regional belt, I will, and we will fight at 122 pounds. So we're putting everybody on notice in that weight class.
Yeah, so like, was it Ray Vargas, Angelo Leo, and all them guys up there?
I can't wait.
Yeah. And man, he seems like he's got that Alexis Arguello, Thomas Hearns body type going.
He does. He's built real wide on the top, real thin. He's got great footwork, great hand speed. His IQ in the ring is bar none. And he's got a big heart. The kid wants to be a champion. That's the winning recipe. He works hard. He's not on the streets, which I'm very proud of him for, because he's born and raised here in Liberty City. For those who know our Miami town, Miami's a rough place to grow up, and the kids can stray left or right at any given time. So I'm thankful for him because he stays on the right track. He learns how to do things the right way, and he's been able to put his life in play and listen. So I talk to him a lot. His coach Ian Ford talks to him a lot, and the kid listens.
Yeah, he seems like a very teachable person.
He is. He's a fantastic kid. He's just a pleasure to work with.
Okay. Who else is there? I know
Chucho Melendez. El Chucho, you know, he started his career off real hot, was signed by Top Rank. He had that one loss. It really set him back. Top Rank released him, and then after that, we've been able to get him 7 wins in a row, and now he's showcasing as the co-main event against Ezekiel Lozano, who's 18-4, a southpaw. So it'll make for a good fight, and all we're trying to do in Rivalta Boxing is bring action fights and bring back the glory days of boxing where people would actually come out, get dressed, come out with their husband and their wives, and just make like a gala out of it.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say this. I've been to a lot of boxing shows, particularly in the local area, and this one's been different because I'm not the kind of guy that really dresses up often. But then after a while, I'm like, man, it's pretty cool. Get put the tie on, get the suit and the booted.
When you're there and you're at the event and you get the feel for it, you will realize that, hey, you know, it was well worth it. You know, at the beginning, I had a lot of calls. Oh, we got to wear a black tie. Is it a tux only? Is it this and that? I don't have a suit. Go buy one, I told everyone, because we're strictly enforcing that at the door. And that's the kind of feel that we wanted to give it on this show. We'll see for the future how it goes. But for the time being, this show, it is a black tie event, being that it's a private event of 250 people or less. COVID compliance with everything that's going on. We have 3 COVID officers in-house for tomorrow night. We have our separations and our distances in play. All the fighters and trainers have been checked with their testing. We'll have temperature checks and waivers to be signed at the entrance of our event. And we're just going to keep everyone safe, man. That's what we're trying to do during these tough times.
And it's on being sports. Somehow you finessed that. That was a good little deal you guys finessed.
Well, you know what? It's not really finessing.
Oh, okay.
I know the young guys call it that.
Yeah.
My son-in-law, George Trinchek, uses the word a lot, and my daughter, Ilani, as well.
Yeah.
So I'm used to hearing the word. But it was a lot of hard work. It's a lot of years of hard work, a lot of years of dedication, a lot of years of building fighters, platforms, doing events in South Florida, and it just makes total sense, you know. So I want to thank Bill from Being Sports and Rafael and all my team, you know, Artie Izquierdo, we have bar none the best production guy, Claudia Trejos, who works with ESPN. You know, we have our commentators, Barry Tompkins and Raul Diamante Marquez, who work for Showtime, Showbox, my dear friend Gordon Hall. We thank him very much for allowing them to be part of this event, and you know, we just hope we can all work together in the future. We're not trying to take anybody's guys or do anything like that, but we did want to have some of the best guys calling the fight and calling it like they see it, so that the rest of the world can get a real cold sound and taste of what it really is.
Absolutely. So, like, Henry, like, overall, let's just say like 2-3 years down the line, where do you see Rivalta Boxing going? What's the overall mission? Well,
we have a plan and we have a surprise. I can't really mention what it is right now, but we're going to do 6 to 8 shows next year already, contractually, that we've already committed to, and another 6 to 8 in 2022. And you know, our plan is to build some champions, make great matches, and get good opportunities to build world titles that we can host on Being Sports as well, and make them a network that competes with the big greats.
Yeah, and I know you spend so much time working under a lot of people in boxing, gaining valuable experience. So I know when it comes to like Rivalta Boxing, you're gonna put the utmost effort into it.
Well, you know, when it comes to boxing, that's one of the few things in life that I've always put the utmost effort in. I put the utmost effort when I worked everywhere I worked, no matter where I served as director of boxing or leading different operations in different companies. I don't have to mention any names.
Yeah.
But, you know, I got to tell you, I've always worked hard.
I know.
It's a thing that I do, and I think it just keeps you sharp. And I basically do it just to keep busy, keep my mind busy, and you know, try to help the youth, help the young kids, you know. It's never about the money for me.
It's bigger than boxing.
It is bigger than boxing.
Yeah.
It is bigger than boxing.
Why is it bigger than boxing?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
You know, hard to say.
Do you feel like maybe it was your purpose on earth to help kids in boxing?
I don't know. You know, I don't know if it was my purpose, but I guess it's fair to say I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. But any message to the boxing world, Henry, before we end the interview?
Yeah, I just want to give thanks to everybody who was part of the card. You know, I want to thank you at True School Sports.
Thank you.
I want to wish my dear friend Shannon the Cannon Briggs a happy birthday. Let's go, champ. Tomorrow's your birthday. I think you're turning 49 years old, or maybe, yeah, you're turning 49. So you're my age now. Welcome to the club. We're almost at the 50 spot. I love you, Shannon. I love your family. You're my brother.
All right, Henry Rivalta, a gentleman as always. Thank you for talking to True School Sports.
Thank you, brother.
Showtime, Sean Porter. This is Aerosmith Jr. Hey everyone, this is Jesse Vargas. You're watching True School Sports. You're watching True School Sports. All right, and you're watching True School Sports. Stay tuned.